natural fitness lifestyle, where fitness is a lifestyle. It's not just about going to the gym, it's about making your life about fitness through attitude, mind, body, and spirit. Today, I'm going to show you a technique that I really like to do. It's called unilateral training, training one side of the body at a time. It stimulates 70% of total strength on each side. So 70% and 70% equals more strength. 70 and 70 is 140. Whereas if you train both arms at a time, you're getting 50% and 50% is 100. With unilateral training, you're stimulating more motor units because the body has to balance and has to overcome the not only the resistance on your bicep, but stabilizing your body. This stimulates more motor recruitment. It demands more motor recruitment from your central nervous system. So allow me to demonstrate. Going to my right arm, it's a little bit of a shoulder problem, so I might do less reps here. Unilateral training demands more motor units. You know what motor units are? They're the units, they're the cells that deliver the muscle fibers, the muscle fiber stimulus. They're the messengers. Motor units are messengers that tell your muscles to contract. The more motor units, the more messengers, the more muscle fibers contract. I think it's working. Do you think it's working? So I want to send a shout out to all my viewers today and everybody, even not my viewers. I want to send a shout out to everybody, viewers and not viewers alike. Hey, how you doing? Cool, Chase 12K12. What a cool name. How you doing? You know one thing about this? I'm squeezing here, right here, at the meaty part of my palm. Guess why? Because the muscles here of your forearm contract more. They contract more, and not only that, they're also stimulating when you contract the meaty part of your arm here. You're also stabilizing your wrist, and you're stimulating the short head of the biceps, and it stabilizes your humerus here. It helps keep the arm in place when you squeeze the meaty part of the hand. It helps keep your shoulder in place. So if you're squeezing here from your thumb, you'll notice that the arm, the elbow, leaves the body. You don't want that. You squeeze here, okay, from the meaty part of your thumb the meaty part of your palm that will help glue that elbow to your side. The more you glue that elbow up, the more the biceps contract. Okay. Um, Actually, I'm not a grandpa. I'm single. I'm, hey, I'm not even a pa, let alone a grandpa. Okay, so anyway, it's a long history because I started when I was 11. I stopped when I was 19. I didn't start exercising again till I was 37. And it was just with calisthenics. And then with weights, I started with the weights again at 39. So you could say I trained my teenage years from 11 to 19, but I missed a couple of years too between that. When I was 14, I didn't train. Um, when I was 18, I missed a year training, so it wasn't a continuous 8 years. Hey, hi, you can't hear me. Oh, that's because I'm trying to keep low because there's people upstairs. That's okay. That's okay. As long as I don't have to use a cane, I'm just glad that I'm blessed with health at this age. So you could call me grandpa. You could call me grandma. Just don't call me late for dinner. All right. Another another thing, when you squeeze here, the meaty part of your hand, you're also stimulating a muscle called the coracobrachialis. Fancy word, but it's a muscle over here that helps you curl. It also helps keep your shoulder in place. Oh yeah. Okay, wait a minute. I gotta put this dumbbell down. Wait. I gotta tell you a little story. I gotta put the dumbbell down. Storytelling time. Okay. Okay, so I started out working out at home every Eggy. So I started working out at home, calisthenics. But I was 37. But when I was 11, I was a weightlifter, an Olympic weightlifter. Yeah, I didn't compete in the Olympics, but I did the snatch and clean and jerk. And by the time I was 17, I was able to lift 255 pounds overhead. So I developed a base, a foundation of strength. and skill and movement and coordination. Those things, if you develop coordination and strength, speed, and athletic ability when you're young, it kind of carries over. It lasts throughout your lifetime. So even though I did an exercise again from 19 all the way to 37, once I started again, all that coordination and that strength returned to my body gradually. I mean, it's the truth. And it's it's called a set principle, specific adaptation to imposed demands. That means that if you're doing an activity, specific activity, you'll adapt to that activity. And when you practice an activity, and adapt to it when you're young, you pretty much retain it for the rest of your life. You retain the potential. So if you're young and you stop and you come back and you start up when you're older again, it'll return all that strength and athletic ability. So anyway, not only that I got turned off by unnatural because you're not really accomplishing it yourself. It's like a piece of paper, like phony. I mean, for me, okay. But this video is not meant for recommendation or advice. This video is meant for educational purposes only. You see, when you're not natural, for me, I consider it not real because you're relying on something and it's not, and I'm not even accomplishing anything. What I'm taking in is accomplishing it for me, but that that doesn't satisfy me. I don't find that satisfying. I don't find that fulfilling in my life. I don't. It doesn't make me feel like I accomplished anything. So that's why I always stay natural. I mean, what the heck, Whatever I have, it's mine. I made it, not some chemical. I made my own body. I made my own strength. I made my own ability. That to me is much more an accomplishment, right? Hey, great, man. That's cool. I respect that. I admire that. You know, right now I'm trying to like get back into school, and I want to study either bio. I prefer to study biochemistry, biology for pre-med because it deals with life. But if I can't get into that, then my second choice is software engineering because I consider the computer like the modern day library. I used to be a librarian. I always got stuck working in the library when I was in junior high school, when I was high school and college. Always got stuck working in the library. So I kind of a geek, like organizing, storing information. I'm into that. So software engineering is computers sort of like about storing information and organizing information and I guess uh, sharing information in a much more organized way, in a much briefer way, much more efficient. So this is why I also like computer programming. I want to get into that. So and it's never too late, never too late. I gotta stay quiet down here because there's somebody upstairs. So I apologize, but I have to end this live. But I really want to say thank you to everybody who joined this live tonight, and I hope to come back soon. Bye. Cool, man. Thank you very much.